The weather, very peculiar, don't you think?
Yeah, it was very peculiar indeed. I, hey, hey, how y'all doing? I hope y'all enjoyed the show. It was a lot. It was a lot going on, and I'm gonna try and break this down as quickly as possible, so I don't have to be on here all night. Okay? Okay. Hello to everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay, we finna move into this real quick. Like, we finna start off. We're gonna go in order. Okay, so everybody know what had happened. This match was hella fun. It was brutal. It was bloody. It was messy, but it was a good match between Drew and CM Punk. It was a lot of back and forth. CM Punk was getting his ass whooped for a big chunk of that match, but CM Punk did exactly what he said he was going to do. He made Drew crawl on his hands and knees, and not only that, but he damn near broke this nigga's back in half, and he busted his face open not once, not twice, but 3 times, and he had to wrap his knee in a chain and hit that fool with a go to sleep and took Drew McIntyre out. Your winner of the Hell in a Cell match and the show opener was none other than CM Punk. And quite frankly, this was the correct way to start off Bad Blood. They did an excellent job with the build up to this match, the culmination of this match. It was perfect in every aspect of the game. So, and I was 100% right. This whole fucking PLE, I am 5-0. I did not miss not one prediction on this whole PLE. You feel me? But we about to get into it. Yeah. Even down to the people coming back. We about to get into it. Hey, Layla. Hey, girl. Layla is one of my members. So Layla's always going to get special preference when it comes to her comments. And if you want to get special preference, you can always sign up for the membership. Just look in that tab. While you're here on YouTube, look that little tab that says membership. You can sign up. There are perks. There are discounts on merchandise, all kinds of little goodies. And content is getting ready to go up for the members only as well. All right. The beads one, I really thought them was some thumbtacks. I thought it was thumbtacks too, but it wasn't. And they pulled out all the stops. There was tables, there were chairs. They used the steel steps. They used wrenches. They used fucking beads. Drew had a bag of beads that made up the bracelet that CM Punk had wore that Drew broke. He poured them beads out. Them beads was a catalyst to this entire match, but it was awesome. It was so good. Since you've been right on your predictions, you got the next lottery numbers, child. And don't. I wish I did. I wish I did, because I sure would be hitting them. But CM Punk is your winner of the Hell in a Cell match, and that was the first match of the night. The next match we got was between Nia Jax and Bayley. I told y'all exactly how Bayley was going to lose this match. If we're being fair, Bayley definitely was in that match, could have won if the referee was not taken out by Nia. Then on top of that, Tiffany Stratton came in for the third time. This is Nia Jax's third title defense, and every title defense, and even in her initial claim to the title, Tiffany was interfering in Nia's matches on her behalf so she could win. And that happened. And it's been happening. I don't know how you equate that to dominance, but do you? I do not equate that to dominance. It just means that you clearly are having a hard time being able to compete on your own. And if you are the irresistible force and you're unstoppable, like you say, then you do not need Tiffany Stratton to continue to keep helping you win matches when it comes to this championship. That has been happening throughout her entire title reign. But go off. Whatever makes y'all happy. Nia Jax retained. Bayley lost. And Tiffany Stratton attempted. It looked like she was going to try to, she looked like she was going to try to cash in. But that didn't work out in her favor. And so she didn't. Moving on, Damian Priest and Finn Balor had their bout. This was a typical match, if I'm being honest, but it wasn't a bad match. Damian Priest looked strong. He looked big. Big Papi was out there tearing people up, okay? Not only that, but his gear was like, it looked like it was reminiscent of Kane. Like it was a little pops of giving odes to Kane in that gear, which I love that for him. But overall, they did an excellent job in this match. Finn had some really good counters, some really cool and clean counters too. It was a fun time. It was a fun thing to watch when it came to this match. But ultimately, even with the interference of the Judgment Day, Damian Priest won that match. And Finn Balor, F is for failure. You lost once again. And this time, you have no one to blame but yourself because you're a loser. Loser. Damian Priest is your winner. Finn Balor is a loser. We're moving on to the next match. We're moving fast, okay? We're 7 minutes in. We're not going to spend a lot of time. I told y'all exactly how this meth head was going to beat her, okay? I told y'all what was going to happen, okay? Because the enemy of my enemy is what? My friend, okay? I am not a fool. Plus, Triple H is very transparent. He don't know how to swerve. If a shoe busted him in the forehead, that car is going straight ahead, head on collision. Okay, he is never going to miss the bus. All right, he is definitely going to be on it, if not in the back of it. Okay, so I knew Raquel was coming out there. Now they had Dominic's stupid ass in the shark cage. Funniest shit of the night is when this motherfucker opened the cage, but he's scared to get out. He tried to get out, goddamn cage, and slid out and foot got caught. Instead of Rhea paying attention in the match and focusing on Liv and just letting that motherfucker hang, she asked the ref for a minute. The ref said, "You deserve that, go get it." Grabbed the kendo stick and started beating the hell out of Dominic Mysterio. Now, Dom was getting beat up, and that's when strong back Raquel came in there. Okay? That's when strong back Raquel came in there, and basically that match ended in a DQ. She attacked Rhea, which gave Rhea the win over Liv, but the titles do not change hands in a disqualification. Okay? So, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley are still stuck in this never-ending saga of them fighting, while Raquel is regaled to being none other than an enforcer again, like she was when she was with Dakota Kai back at NXT. Now, I don't know about y'all, but Raquel being a former women's champion in NXT, former two-time tag team champion, I wouldn't want to be somebody's flunky. I wouldn't want to be somebody's bitch, but you know. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy. But that's the tea. I told y'all she was coming. She had been gone for a very long time. She had a skin condition. She finally got herself together. Everything seemed to come together for Raquel, and it was perfect timing. Whether it was going to be Bad Blood, Crown Jewel, whatever, Raquel was coming back, and Raquel was going to cost Rhea Ripley this opportunity. This is going to pull Rhea off of Liv for a little bit, because Liv now has to contend with Nia Jax. See, I told y'all got to listen to me. Okay, you got to pay attention when I talk. Okay, sometimes I might get people's names wrong, but usually I'm right when it comes to the information. You feel what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to Crown Jewel, let me take a break from Bad Blood, because we only got one more match left. Yeah, we got one more match left, and that one is a doozy. But when it comes to Crown Jewel, they got 2 matches set for Crown Jewel. Okay, Crown Jewel has 2 matches, and this is going to be an inaugural championship match. It is going to be champion versus champion, and whoever wins gets to become the champion of champions. And they get the sickest fucking belt that WWE has made in a long time, bitch. In a long time, okay? Hold on, let me see if I can find a photo of this belt. Because, girl. Oh. Hold tight, y'all. Hold tight. Okay, they put it up. They put it up so I can see it.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desired. Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desired. Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desired. If I say I hate you, I mean it. If I say I love you, I mean it. If I say I hate you, I mean it. If I say I love you, I mean it.
If I ever heard one and I'm still here outside, front line, south side, I've been losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me. Rolling 80 wheels in a city, riding on you. Gotta roll over T, gotta give and release. Spread your legs downtown, so I'm going out to eat. Hit the raw sounds, playing rock up in your sleep. I'ma roll on the forever, let her roll on me. Split this one down the middle, wake up in harmony.
Eclipse. Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my mind and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Yeah. The 10,000 building, get your ass an apartment, put you inside a G-class, that's just a starter kit. Plenty things count in life, but none of them is the thought of it. New piece around my neck, this chess games, but shorty stay with calculated moves like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more purple rain prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment, I stay expecting it. The pessimist, gold medalists, flush the magnums just so they not collecting my specimens down.
Okay, so I had to get my internet together. Make sure I was having sound. All right. So this is what the title looks like. It's a beautiful belt. Okay. Now they're gonna have a women's title and a men's title. The champions on each respective shows will be competing against each other going into Crown Jewel. I told y'all Crown Jewel was gonna be at the beginning of November. It is November 2nd. Okay. That is a month away from now. All right. So in 4 weeks, unless something drastic happens, like Sami Zayn beats Gunther on Monday Night Raw, and Sami is the one that goes up against Cody at Crown Jewel, which is nuts, by the way. Unless some crazy shit like that happens, it's going to be Gunther versus Cody, and it's going to be Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. Now, let me tell y'all something. I am a petty bitch, but I would live to watch Liv Morgan get annihilated on national TV. I would relish in it. Oh, I would love it. And then on the flip side, if Nia Jax ends up getting screwed out of being the champion because of Raquel's big ass, I would crack up. Either way, I get what I want. Both of these hoes get a lesson taught to them. You ain't as big as bad and bad as you think you are. Okay? But see, if they really want to do some dirty shit and shake some shit up, they very well could have Tiffany Stratton cash in on Liv Morgan at Crown Jewel. Seeing as how she is not defending her championship, I mean, it's anytime, any place, is it not? I will have her cash in immediately, okay? But that's just me. That's just me. That's just me. I would have her cash in on that girl right then and there and take her out. I would love all of it. So at Crown Jewel, we getting Liv versus Nia. Yes, girl. Yes, we are. Unless they decide to give Rhea Ripley a championship shot between now and Crown Jewel, which, to be fair, I wouldn't mind that because you would have a callback to their match at in Australia, which Rhea could actually end up losing that match in Crown Jewel, making Nia the inaugural Crown Jewel champion for WWE. So I wouldn't mind that either. But like I said, I don't think that they might do that because the match ended in a DQ when it came to Liv and Rhea's match. So if I was Adam, the way I would fix that is we're gonna get to that in a minute. I will tell y'all how we'll do that in a minute, but we gotta finish out Bad Blood. So Bad Blood was on some niggerdom shit today. And I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna say it was hella niggerdom going on in Bad Blood. It was all of the niggas was at Bad Blood. All of them, okay? All of them. They had Lil Baby, Quavo, Metro Boomin obviously was there. Lil Yachty was there in the rafters with what's her face? With the host, Naomi, Jade, all the girls, Bianca, everybody. CM Punk had to get oxygen after this match.
Yeah, he walked in straight drop.
That's nuts. He said, unfortunately, I was thinking that, or she can cash in on Nia. Honestly, I need her to cash in on Liv Morgan. And it's not because I don't want Liv to be champion no more, but I'd rather her cash in on Liv. So Nia being a threat is no longer in existence. Like, I'm not mad about it, and I wouldn't be mad if she cashed in on Nia. That's her business. Me personally, if I wanted to be champion, I'm cashing in on the bitch I know for sure I can take out with ease. Fuck Nia. I'll deal with Nia when I need to. If I ain't got to, bitch, I'm not going to. I'm going after this little hoe. And if her wide back friend want to start some shit, I'll take her ass out too. The fuck? Shoot. Jay Uso up there drinking the night away. I don't blame him, honestly. All right, y'all. Let's get to the main event. And boy, was it a main event. Now, I thought this was going to be a little bit more of a back and forth between Cody and Roman coexisting, going up against the Bloodline. But they were very cohesive as a tag team. Roman kept his word 100%. He never, ever, ever gave up or left Cody to his own devices. He protected Cody that whole match, and Cody protected him. Throughout this entire match, it was cohesive. It was fun to watch. There was little tiny hiccups, but there were no botches really that stood out in this match like in other matches prior to this one. But I will say for sure that if I had to like give this match a rating specifically, I would give it a good 8.5 out of 10. I think overall it did what it was supposed to do. It set Roman up to be the big baby face that he is turning out to be, or the big anti-hero he's turning out to be, along with bringing Jimmy back in to calm the storm of the rest of the bloodline. Okay, so of course in the match, as the match progressed, Cody took himself out as well as Jacob Fatu. He knew what he had to do. He told Roman, this is on you. You got to handle this. I'm going to take him out. He did it, took Jacob out. Jacob was out for the remainder of the match. And so was Cody. Roman was doing his job. And of course, the bloodline came down in Tama and Tongaloa. Now, everybody was standing there, and all of a sudden, this figure is standing there. And I'm like, oh, I know that man anywhere. That's Jimmy. I know Jimmy anywhere. Okay. Jimmy came down there. Jimmy super kicked both of them niggas. Solo got taken out by Roman. Super kick from Jimmy. Match over. Gang, gang. Okay. They won. The cousins hugged it out. Because Roman basically told Cody not too long ago, like, they took my wise man. They took my Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? They took everything from me. They took my Ulafala. You know what I'm saying? So he finally got Jimmy back. I'm pretty sure Pauline gonna pop up at some point. And I'm pretty sure leading into Crown Jewel, Roman will be able to get his Ulafala back. Maybe. Because we got a big ass problem here. Not only did the bloodline continue to attack Cody at the end of this match, but Roman and Jimmy went in there and saved his ass. And quite frankly, they did not have to. They could have left Cody in there because technically Roman fulfilled everything he said he was going to do. He kept his word. I'm going to have your back so you can have mine, which he did. He never backed down from his word. But when Jimmy turned and saw that the bloodline was attacking him, he was like, hey, what we going to do? I'm with you. Whatever you say is what we do. He was like, it was a one-time thing. He was like, listen, it's up to you. You the chief. You tell me what you want to do. I follow you. You lead, I follow. Roman said, fuck it. He ran back in there and they took them niggas out. And then when he gave Cody back his title, here come the final boss. He put up the number 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he basically was like, it's dead. Now, I don't know what the fuck that means. But something tells me that his ass is going to pop up on SmackDown. And Roman and The Rock going to end up going at it at some point. Because there's no way that The Rock is okay with what's going down. So if Roman is no longer in charge, Solo barely got control. The only other person who can take control would be The Rock. So, because Solo lost, I would imagine that The Rock is going to be the one to take over the bloodline, and Jacob and them are going to be answering to him. Solo's going to be ousted, which is only fair because he did the same thing to Jimmy, and they did the same thing to Pauline, and they've been doing it to Roman. Solo ain't won nothing since he's been in charge of the bloodline. This storyline keeps getting more and more convoluted. But now we got a situation on our hands because we get headed into Survivor Series after Crown Jewel. Something tells me that The Rock, Cody, well, it's going to be Cody Rhodes, Roman, and Jimmy all on the same team going into the Survivor Series match. They're going to be going up against the Bloodline. I do not know who their fourth is going to be. I don't think it's going to be Jey Uso. I think The Rock may do it and then turn on them, and everybody turns on them in that match, and it's a 5-on-3 situation. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but that's what I'm seeing because Triple H is he's so messy. He's so messy. I can see Kevin and Cody having it out, but for right now, leading into Crown Jewel, the pause is gonna be on the Bloodline mess with Cody. Cody stuff for right now with Bloodline situation is gonna be paused because he's gonna have to be dealing with Gunther. Because Gunther is gonna be gunning for him. Now, if Sami Zayn happens to pull up and beat Gunther on Monday, then Gunther won't be the issue. Sami Zayn will be the issue. But I don't think Sami gonna beat Gunther on Monday. However, Gerard was talking and he made a valid point. Saudi really does love Sami Zayn. But I just don't. And then we had the situation with Goldberg and fucking Gunther, which that segment was unnecessarily long. And it was like, it was no need for it to be there. You feel me? Like, it just didn't need to happen. We didn't need to see that. And I have been telling y'all for years that Triple H is a massive foreshadower. He always gives you an inkling into where things are headed. You just have to pay attention, right? And if you watch wrestling enough, or if you've watched how people book enough, then you know full well that he is so transparent. He is so transparent. If this is going to play out the way my husband thinks it's going to play out, which is Sami could possibly win that title on Monday, and then Gunther will probably face off against Goldberg at Saudi because Saudi likes the older wrestlers. But I don't think that's going to happen, mainly because the last time Goldberg wrestled somebody, they almost died. However, the situation with Goldberg and Gunther happening like that, with it being such a long segment in the middle of that show, was awkward. It just felt like it was an unnecessary promo that didn't have to happen. I don't know, y'all, but something tells me that some nefarious shit is about to go down, and a lot of people is about to be mad. A lot of people about to be mad. But we just gonna have to wait and see, y'all. Anyways, the show closed with The Rock being obviously visibly upset at what he saw. And nobody knows what's going on. Roman has no clue. Cody is standing there dumbfounded. And he's looking at Roman like, yo, what's up with your man? It's like, what's up? Bloodline is laid out on the outside of the ring. So we are stuck in limbo as of right now as to where things are going. But because they have to go to Saudi on November 2nd, the storyline with the Bloodline and Cody and all of that, the convolutedness of it, it's going to have to break apart. So what they might do is put Roman specifically on Solo, which I think that they should do. Have Roman go on Solo only. Solo and Roman should have a match in Saudi specifically for control of the Bloodline and the Ulafala. Now, you can have The Rock interfere and take it, or you can have interference from the Bloodline like they always do, whatever the case may be. But Roman and Solo need to have a solo match with each other, and the best place to do it is at the Saudi show in Crown Jewel. Y'all, Bad Blood was a good PLE. It had really good pacing. All the match card placements were done specifically. They were done very well, and they were done with good intentions. Everybody's place in this show was just chef's kiss. The first match we saw, Hell in a Cell, I give it a 10 out of 10. I think it was an excellent way to open the show. Banger of a match. I loved it. That is something that if you like, the matches to be a little bit more grueling and you are really in tune with that storyline, you can watch that match and actually really enjoy it, the replay of it. You know what I mean? So that was probably my top tier match. And I really liked Roman and Cody's match. I gave it an 8.5, I believe it was, for that match. I really enjoyed it. I thought that it was very, very cohesive. Both teams were really, really good at making sure they kept their teams together. They sold the moves correctly. They were tagging in and out properly. Like, this type of match was really fun. I think the only way that it probably would have improved is if it was a tornado tag team match. That's the only way I felt like it would have genuinely improved. But they wanted to keep up the tension of whether Roman and Cody could actually work together and do what they needed to do to take down the bloodline. And they really did. Roman kept his word, and so did Cody. Nobody turned on the other in this match. There were two men of integrity, which you can respect that. So 8.5 out of 10 for Roman and Cody's match. My next favorite was Finn and Damien's match. If I had to give that match, I give it an 8. There were some botches in that match, but it wasn't super, super bad. It was just minimal nitpicky stuff that was happening. But overall, it was a solid matchup. So I give it a solid 8 out of 10. I give Rhea and Liv's match an 8 out of 10 as well. Overall, the match itself was good. Liv Morgan performed well against Rhea Ripley. She did her job and played that role of the villain very, very well. I like the aspect of Dominic Mysterio hanging for his life out of that shark cage. I thought that was fucking hilarious. I don't care what anybody says. It was funny and it was fun to watch. I enjoyed it. I knew the ending was coming, so that didn't ruin it for me. So I give it a solid 8 out of 10. I think it was fine. As far as the only other match I didn't mention was the match between Nia Jax and Bayley. I'm going to be honest, I was not interested in this match whatsoever because I knew how it was going to end. And even though I knew how Liv and Rhea's match was going to end, Liv and Rhea's match was really good. It was very even on both sides. I liked the match between Nia and Bayley. I thought Bayley performed exceptionally well. They did make sure that the spots were done correctly. Everybody did their job. I just wasn't interested in the match or the feud between the two. And I hate to say that on Bayley's behalf because I really like Bayley, but I just wasn't interested. So for knock it down to a 6 out of 10, just because it was the least interesting match on the card. It wasn't a bad match, though. It was still solid. It had some botches in it, which also was one of the reasons why I knocked it down to 6 out of 10, because it was botchy. It had heavy botches in it. From Nia doing that weird Hurricane Rana, like it was an interesting time, darlings. Okay, but I'm not shitting on Nia. She did a great job in her match. I'm just saying it was a botch because Bayley had to oversell it to make it look the way it needed to look. Okay, but overall, if I had to give the entire show a rating, I give it an 8.8 out of 10. I think overall the entire show itself was great. It was fun to watch. It was one of those shows where you're definitely going to be screaming at the TV. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those moments. But it was good. It was fun. And then, of course, we had our wonderful hosts in Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. They looked beautiful. All three of them looked great. They represented SmackDown and Raw with the red, and they was doing that, and they had the blue on in the second part, but they was doing their thing. They had their deluxe suite up there, sitting up there, Yachty in there with them, and just chilling. Then Chelsea brought her stinking ass in there, and they was like, Bianca said, Chelsea girl, you stink. Okay, you got to go because you stink. Poor Chelsea. No matter how many showers. He said commentary wasn't helping either. Ciao. Baby, that's a whole other but you know what? You know what I find to be funny about commentary and Corey? I ain't gonna never let Corey live this shit down. Corey be giving Michael, he be like, Michael, you listening to hip hop? Like, you know who Lil Baby is? You know who Metro Boomin is? Oh my God. He was like, he was listening to him before he came here. I was like, yeah. Yeah, all of a sudden we real big on hip hop all of a sudden. But not too long ago, you was giving Mauro Ranello the blues because he knew all the hip hop references and you didn't. Mm-hmm. You was real in your feelings because you ain't like the fact that everybody was pumping up Mauro Ranello and wasn't giving you no tea. I ain't gonna never let you lay that down, baby. Ever. Because we could be listening to Mauro Ranello right now on commentary. Okay? But you was being a biggity bitch. Fuck out of here. Anyways. Never let you lay that down. I'm going to always bring it back to that because you was being a bitch for that. Brown nose and asshole. But anyway, like I said, it was a nickadom show. It was very much giving nigga treat. All right? It was a whole bunch of black celebrities in the front row. Okay? Nothing but rap artists from Atlanta in the front row. Okay, they had a lot of OGs. They had Tully Blanchard with his racist ass daughter, but she wasn't there. It was just him. He had Arn Anderson. DDP was there. They had Jacqueline, Mickey James. You know, they had a whole bunch of people over there. They had a whole bunch of. It has what was it? Scott Steiner, is that his name? It was Scott Steiner's punk ass. He stopped taking the roids, so he wasn't as big as he used to be no more. And they had a whole bunch of people there, baby. They thought they was living their best life with Bad Blood. Bad Blood was a big show. No. Bad Blood was a big show because it has a lot of historical significance for WWE. So Triple H bringing back Bad Blood for a PLE and doing it in Atlanta where Cody Rhodes' father won multiple matches there. And that's where I think they said Kane debuted when he debuted. He debuted in Atlanta. It was at the Bad Blood pay-per-view.
It was at the Bad Blood pay-per-view in 97, but I don't think it was in Atlanta.
But he debuted at the Bad Blood pay-per-view. They had so many different historical references when it came to Bad Blood in Atlanta alone that it was a good time. So if you miss Bad Blood and it should be getting ready to replay within the hour. I think by 11:30, 12, the replay should be coming back on. Y'all should go ahead and go watch it. Now, let me tell y'all how this can play out heading into Crown Jewel, okay? So Adam Pearce got two options here. Okay, Adam Pearce more than likely will give Rhea Ripley another shot at that championship because technically the championship match was called. She was cost the match. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at Raquel for doing what she did because Raquel was cost her championship match multiple times when she went up against Rhea Ripley. But it was all done by Nia Jax. You feel what I'm saying? So that was no interference on Rhea's part, but it was done by Nia Jax. Now, Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez do have a history because Rhea had been attacking Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan while they were tag team champions. She cost them those tag team titles. She did a lot to them. So I have no dog in that fight when it comes to Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez. But I do have a slight question. Is the enemy of my enemy my friend or my enemy? Because if I recall, those orders came from the Judgment Day and everybody in the Judgment Day was in agreement upon them. And if I recall, the current members of the Judgment Day were the members of the past when Raquel was there as well, as was Dominic Mysterio, who very much was integral in going after Raquel Rodriguez while she was feuding with Rhea Ripley. So my question is this. Raquel, big back ass, can't be sitting up here trying to be friends with Dominic Mysterio just because he fucking Liv Morgan. Because there's no way. There's no way. I would never. I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. I don't care. You want to get your revenge, be my guest. I have no problem with that. But I'm not finna side with the motherfucker who helped take me out. I'm not finna do that. Now, I don't know how they gonna figure that out, but I'm sure Raquel's ass is gonna turn into a cholo, being a part of the motherfucking Judgment Day. Sure, go off. But anyways, they could give Rhea another shot at that title and make it so it's inside a steel cage. I'm pretty sure Raquel Rodriguez is going to get involved and cost that girl that title if that happens. Either way, if that happens, it happens. But I think they're going to give them another match for that belt. He has to. Now, they got two opportunities to make the storyline at Crown Jewel worthwhile. You can have heel versus heel when you put Liv Morgan up against Nia Jax. Okay? Now, if Raquel is in the mix, which more than likely she won't, because they more than likely will have Rhea Ripley going up against Raquel at Crown Jewel. Okay? Unless their match goes before the actual championship match, I don't see how she would be involved in that match in any way, shape, or form. But if they do it this way, they would have Liv Morgan go up against Nia Jax, and Raquel could possibly help Liv Morgan win, seeing as how she has issues with Nia Jax as well. That story would play out well in their favor because of how Nia had attacked Raquel over and over again and was taking her out, costing her matches, and beat her. And after that, Raquel never really recovered. She came and was able to compete at Elimination Chamber, but after that, Raquel wasn't seen anymore. So you could do it that way. Or you could have Rhea Ripley beat Liv Morgan in this next match that they possibly could have. Have Rhea Ripley go up against Nia Jax because they also have a history. The last time that Nia Jax went up against Rhea Ripley, Nia lost. They were in Australia. So you can revisit that particular feud if you wanted to and add a little addendum in there because it's going to make it even better when you're talking about adding in this beautiful championship that they have, okay? Now, when it comes to the men's side of this particular championship situation, okay, you can do this two ways. You can have Cody go up against Gunther. This will pull him specifically off of the bloodline for a while. Gunther and Cody will be battling back and forth in promos, and Cody will be showing up on Raw. Gunther will be showing up on SmackDown, shit like that, okay? But you could also have Sami Zayn beat Gunther Monday, have him be champion going into Saudi, and have Cody and Sami going back and forth. Now, the reason why I'm not the biggest fan of that is because I don't like when I don't like when the champions are going up against their friends because it's too much camaraderie between them. It's too much love. And while I love a good love fest, I love it when people come together, when families come together, they love each other. I love it when my men love on each other the way that they should, in the platonic friendship way. But if you swing that way, I love that too. I love it for you, okay? I'm just saying, I like it when the guys show their affection for each other in a healthy way. But in my wrestling matches, I don't want to see that. I don't want to. I want to see carnage, okay? I want to see massacres. I want motherfuckers fighting because at the end of the day, Cody always going to be an upstanding dude, right? Cody is always going to be upstanding. He is always he just going to basically, he basically going to come in and be like, yeah, you my brother and we going to have a good match. I don't want that. I want y'all to be fighting because this belt is too fucking pretty for you to be sitting up talking about, you my brother and we gonna have a good match. No, bitch, I want that title. I want this belt and I'm gonna beat your ass for it. That's what I want to hear. I want a true battle. And I know Gunther ain't gonna play no games with Cody. You feel what I'm saying? So I'd rather it be Gunther going into Saudi for this particular title than it be Sami Zayn. And then we have this camaraderie style back and forth, similar to what we got with Kevin and Cody. I'd rather it be very straightforward than to make it messy like that. But we never know what is Triple H got up his sleeves. However, he is pretty much an open book when it comes to his booking. There's only been a few times where he's booked himself out of a corner and he's actually booked something with a little bit of a shock and awe value. And there's only been once or twice when he's taken a page out of his friend Shawn Michaels' book. So I'm not sure how he's going to do it, but those are the two ways that they can do this and it actually work out. Either way, when it comes to the women's championship, I will be satisfied because Liv Morgan is going to get her ass whooped by Nia Jax. If she's the one who goes up against her at Crown Jewel, that's going to be probably, I'm going to be sitting perched. And that's going to be one of the only times I'm going to be cheering for Nia Jax because I want to see her get her ass whooped. I need to see it. I have to see it. It's necessary. It has to happen. And what would make it even sweeter is if Rhea came in there and cost her the opportunity to be that champion and Nia got it. I would fucking live for all of it. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is Bad Blood, okay? Monday, we are going to be going into some championship bouts. We got an Intercontinental Championship with Xavier Woods and Jey Uso. We also have a World Championship match with Gunther and Sami Zayn. All of that is happening on Monday. And there are going to be some more matches that have already been announced for Monday and a bunch of other stuff. But, you know, we're here for a good time, not a long time. And it's 47 minutes in, and I have told y'all everything y'all needed to know about Bad Blood. I'm sure y'all are watching the press conference. I hope y'all enjoyed the press conference. If you did, that matchup between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre was brutal. CM Punk had to go get oxygen. He collapsed when he came out of there. Then he needed oxygen. He had to call his wife. Drew was in the ring, still bleeding like a stuck pig. It was a brutal, brutal match, but it was well done. And I am so proud of both of them. They put on a stellar performance. It was good. Now, for all of you who want to know what the next PLEs are going to be, they gave us a nice little schedule for the PLEs on the show, y'all. Hold tight. They gave us all the next upcoming premium live events heading into next year through to SummerSlam, with the exception of the ones that are in between, like Money in the Bank, like Night of Champions, Elimination Chamber. They did not bring up those PLEs, but they did tell us these are the next upcoming PLEs. November 30th is Survivor Series in Vancouver. Then we're going to have Saturday night's main event. This is going to be in Long Island, New York. They are including this in the upcoming premium live events, okay? February 1st is the Royal Rumble. April 13th and 20th is WrestleMania. And SummerSlam is August 2nd and 3rd. Now, in between those dates, there is always another Saudi show. And there is always, and usually it's like Night of Champions. They usually have one of the PLEs that they will have here. They will have that over there in Jeddah or Riyadh. And they're going to be in Riyadh in November. So it'll probably be in Jeddah next year when they do the Saudi show. Also, they usually have Elimination Chamber sometime in February. So they may have the Elimination Chamber at the end of the month instead of having it at the beginning of the month. Or they may have Elimination Chamber in March instead of having it in February this year, because everything seems to be pushed back. So they have these PLEs, the PLEs in between the premium live events. They do have smaller PLEs, like I said, with Money in the Bank, Elimination Chamber. These are the lesser of the big five, I guess you can call them. So we'll have to wait and see which PLEs they decide to use and come up with. But this is your schedule for the next couple of months. What is that? Like a 6-month schedule, maybe 8-month schedule. So for the end of the year, we got 2 more PLEs before the year is out for the main roster. And that is Survivor Series, and Saturday night's main event. Those are the last big PLEs of the year. And then we start off in February with Royal Rumble at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Sir, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this review or recap of Bad Blood. Please make sure you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow the channel because I will be posting new content all next week and the week after. We're going to have new content. The members are going to get the content first, then you guys will get the content. If you want to be a member, you can always click that membership link. There are 2 tiers, and each tier gets you something different, okay? So make sure you guys sign up to be members if you want to be members. The tiers are as low as they can be. There is new merchandise available over on my 4th wall. If you guys want to take a part of that, you definitely can. It will help support the channel as well. And of course, you can always donate. That is also scrolling at the bottom. You can also follow all of my socials. We post over on Twitch and Instagram and over here on YouTube. The Vince McMahon documentary has been out now for almost 2 weeks. So you guys, if you want a full breakdown and you don't want to listen to the actual doc, it's 6 hours. I did a full breakdown of the documentary piece by piece. And if you really want to listen to it, you can listen to it podcast style. All 6 breakdowns are up on the channel right now. So there's new merch. The Vince McMahon documentary is up. New content is coming for the membership. And the PLEs have been announced for the end of the year. So if you guys want to go to these PLEs, you either need to start saving your coins now so you guys can have the money to go later on. Or if you got it like that, make sure when they go live, them tickets go live, you can purchase and go ahead and go. So I'm looking forward to next week because also on NXT, we have Randy Orton facing off against Javon Evans. I'm very excited about this match because I know for a fact Randy is about to get a sick RKO off on Javon Evans. And if you care, Sexy Red is going to be performing at NXT in St. Louis, okay? Now, they also are going to have tag team match next week. The North American Championship is going to be on the line next week. And Lash Legend and Jakara have called out the tag team champions. So we'll have to wait and see. But first, Fatal Influence is going up against not only the tag team champions, but the current women's North American champion, Kaylani Jordan, in a 6-woman tag team match. That is all happening this week on NXT. So I hope you guys enjoy and watch. I will do a recap of that probably Wednesday. I probably will not go live on Tuesday. I've been getting accustomed to not going live on Tuesday, and it makes me feel a whole lot better that I don't. So I will do a full recap of it on Tuesday, and I'm also going to start posting, you guys, I'm going to start posting some more content for the main channel exclusively to let you guys know what happened on the previous shows of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, so you can kind of be prepared with that. With all that being said, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I will see you guys next time. Bye.